Okay, let's put it on A1. Oh my god, it moved a little bit. I had a battery-operated fan lying around. As you can see, it has a low setting and a high setting. It runs off of 2D batteries in series. Now, I wanted to tinker around with this fan, and I wanted to see if I could make it run off of USB power. Now, what is USB? You've probably seen USB ports on your computer before. These are the ports where you can plug in wireless mouses, flash drives, etc. What the computer does is it supplies 5 volts to that USB device. So I start by finding a USB cord and cutting it. Here you can see the cross section is very small, about the size of a pen tip. I then strip the wire using both a traditional wire stripper and a razor blade. Here you can see that inside of the USB cable there are 4 additional smaller wires inside. I expected this. 2 of the wires are responsible for the 5 volts of power, and the other 2 are responsible for data transmission. Figuring out which is which though was a bit tricky for me. I'd like to thank the Electrical Engineering Stack Exchange for helping me out with this. I found out that the black is the negative, the red is the positive, which shouldn't have shocked me because in most applications this is the case, and then for data, the other 2 were responsible for the data. I'm going to need more wire than this, so I continue to strip off the coating. I did not expect to find this snakeskin-like shield outside. I also didn't expect to find this foil-like wrapping underneath that shield. So now I have the 4 fully exposed wires that are of my concern. This is what I want. Again, I don't really care about the data wires, so I tape those to the cable to kind of get them out of the way. I then had to strip the red and black wires a little bit. My wire stripper didn't have a size small enough for these wires, so I resorted to very carefully using the razor blade. Which, by the way, was a success for me. USB supplies 5 volts, and my fan runs off of 3 volts, so I have to step down the voltage. To do this, I use resistors. 51 ohm resistors to be exact. These particular resistors would knock the voltage down to 2.4 volts, which is what I wanted. The decision to knock the voltage down to 2.4 volts instead of 3 volts would later on bite me in the butt. I then had to connect the resistor to one of the wires, preferably the red one. In a more professional setting, I would have ideally liked to solder the resistor to the wire, but because I don't have a soldering iron, I used electrical tape instead, which did the trick of ensuring that a connection was made and secured. I then connected the red wire to the positive terminal of the fan. And I also connected the black wire to the negative terminal of the fan. This is the finished product that you see. And voila! I have a USB fan now. Now what's left is to test it. To be completely honest, I don't trust my creation. I don't feel safe plugging it into my laptop or computer. So instead, I have this USB adapter that plugs directly into a power outlet. I'll use this instead. Now, it's testing time. Okay, let's put it on A1. Oh my god, it moved a little bit. Oh, it's moving just a little bit, and that's really cool. Oh my god. Watch this. Oh, that is so cool. Can you see it? Can you see it? It just little flickers. It doesn't spin all the way. It doesn't work all the way. But it does little spins. So here's something really, really cool. If I start it, it does those little flickers, right? But if I take a pen cap and stick it in there and just get it to start spinning, oh, that is so cool. I can feel it too. It feels kind of good. Ah. It's not spinning very fast at all, but it's spinning, and that's what's making it really, really cool. Okay, so now I'm going to put it on the 1 setting before it was on the 2 setting. Now let's spin it now. Oh my god, it's about the same speed, I'd say. About the same power, but that's still really cool. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to work on this. Okay, so before this fan was running off 2 D batteries in series. So, D battery is rated at 1.5 volts. So that means that the total voltage that this fan was running off of was 3, because 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3. But when I calculated the resistor value right here, I calculated it assuming that this fan consumed, or ran off of, I should say, 2.5 volts. And I wanted it to run off 2.5 volts, because when batteries are under load, their voltage drops a little bit, so I try to take that into consideration. Now, however, like you just saw, when I did that and this resistor was in place, the fan wasn't running quite well. You had to kind of kick it to make it go on. I know that wording is probably bad, but whatever. So I thought, hey, let's just take out this resistor and let's just see what happens if it just goes off purely 5 volts, because that's what USP supplies, even though we should probably knock it down to 3 volts using a 43 ohm or 40 ohm resistor. But unfortunately I don't have any of those resistors. So I just want to see what it goes, or what it's like with all 5 volts. I'm sure if I leave it on for a long period of time, assuming it works, it will get very hot and possibly break. So I'm not going to keep it on for very long. Let's see, is there anything else I want to say? Risk it for the biscuit. Okay, let's plug it in. Yeah. Okay, are you ready? Let's go. I'm going to try it off with number 2 setting, so the highest setting first. Oh, it does nothing. That's unfortunate. Maybe the connections aren't very good. Maybe they're plugged in. Okay, I'm going to hold that down. Oh my god! Yeah, so it didn't go just then because the connection was kind of poor. Not everything was touching. So when I held that in... Oh my god! Oh my god, it's pulsing! Do you see that? Oh my god, that is so cool! Oh my god, it's really trying! Oh my god! It's so quiet too, holy crap. It's probably quiet because it's not going very much. Okay. Okay, let's try it on 1 setting, because that's the lower setting, so it shouldn't do or take as much. Oh my god, that is so high! Oh my god! Oh my god, that is so powerful! That is so cool! Okay, now let's try with the 2 again. That's weird, with the 2 setting it keeps pulsing. But it's weird but cool. Now this is really cool. So before, on the 2 setting, it was just pulsing, right? Now what if I gave it a kick like I did before when I had that resistor in place? Well, I don't need to. I can just give it the momentum it has from the 1 setting. So I'm going to switch it to the 1 setting, and now I'm going to really quickly set it to the 2nd setting, the higher setting. That's so cool! You don't need to see it or feel it, but you can just hear how much more powerful it is. Ah, it feels so good! Ah. Oh, there we go. The wire just kind of disconnected for a second. So this is really cool stuff. It's really awesome. So yeah, this is my fan, and... Hee hee hee.